Hey guys and girls, so we just toured the Amazon headquarters inside the spheres. Hopefully you guys and girls like the inside. I just wanted to have a quick chat with you folks. Some of you might think like I'm a super smart guy, went to a great college, started in a great company. None of those are true. I went to a very average college in India, nowhere close to the top colleges. I failed my first job interview and then I joined Cognizant, which is a very popular Indian company, like an average company, thousands of people join there. And also I joined in mainframe, and then in my late 30s, I switched to cloud and DevOps, and then I joined Amazon. So I just wanted to share a couple tips with you guys and girls so that you guys can do it as well. So the biggest tip I have is proof of work is better than proof of being motivated. Sometimes we all just start binge watching YouTube videos like how this person have done it, how that person have done it, or like different motivational videos. So at certain point, you gotta stop being motivated because you're already motivated and start doing the work. And if you're looking for a perfect roadmap does not exist. Like if you watch the video, my video on the roadmap for cloud DevOps, it will be different than another YouTuber's video. Because if you look at DevOps job from one company to another company, they all changes. But the thing which is common is you can always pick out the biggest and the core components and you can start learning those. For example, if you want to get into cloud and DevOps, Kubernetes is super hot. System design will always be there. So you always need to learn those two things. Infrastructure as code is another thing. So you can always start learning those things and worry about the other stuff that's on the edge case later on. So it doesn't have to be my videos, right? It can be any YouTuber you like or anyone you like. Just make sure they have technical credibility. And the second tip is once you start learning, start doing hands-on. Like if you are learning Kubernetes or infrastructure as code, start doing small proof of concepts and start putting them in your GitHub. They become your proof of work. When the recruiter reaches out, they see that yeah, you have done something with your own time and with your own motivation. And the thing is, sometimes a lot of people think that if you do a proof of concept, a lot of times people struggle with what proof of concept should you do, right? Like, is there a perfect proof of concept? Does it have to be out of the box? No. If you're learning Kubernetes and let's say you learned how to provision a cluster or how to deploy something into a Kubernetes cluster, very straightforward things, you can put that. Just don't copy paste other people's stuff. Even if you fork your repository, even if you fork the repository from someone else, make sure you change it a little bit. So that's number one. Remember that proof of work is always better than proof of being motivated. Tip number two is consistency. So most people underestimate what they can do in a few years and overestimate what they can do in 1 year. So a lot of times students say, I want to learn system design, Kubernetes, DevOps, infrastructure as code in like 3 months, which is not possible. So you have to pick small, achievable goals because as you get each wins, you will be more motivated to learn more. So instead of saying, I will learn system design and Kubernetes in 3 months, you could say that in 3 months, I will learn basics of Kubernetes and maybe some of the networking components of Kubernetes. Just an example, and you can check out the Kubernetes roadmap that I put out. And you could say that I will learn the basics of system design, such as scalability, high availability, cost optimization, and I will learn system design of 3 different architectures, such as 3-tier architecture, maybe an online shopping application like Amazon, or maybe like Netflix application, Twitter, right? Those are different architectures. And once you have that in the next 3 months, then you go to the next advanced topics. So yeah, put down some goals, achievable goals, check out the roadmap videos that I put out and pick some of the topics that you think you can achieve in the next 3 months and start studying on those. And the last thing I want to say is just knowing all the technical details is not enough. Especially us Indians, we focus a lot on the technical details, and we always feel like if someone knows all the details, how to debug, they are better. But remember, at the end of the day, all these jobs are require you to work on a team, that requires you to communicate. So learning a lot of technical stuff is great, but you also have to know how to express those technical concepts to the interviewer as well as your other team members. So one tip that I followed personally is when I was studying, let's say for example, infrastructure as code or Kubernetes, and I studied some of the basic concepts like scalability, horizontal pod autoscaler, ingress, etc. I will look up interview questions on those topics from Glassdoor or LinkedIn, and then I'll practice those. And you don't need to stand in front of the camera or mirror. You can just say it out aloud, right? And you will see you'll stumble. Like even when something you just did hands-on and you just studied and you're trying to explain it to someone, you will stumble. Right words is not going to come to your mind. So make sure you practice those, and with a few practices, few takes, you will perfect those. So when you face those questions in an interview, you'll be very comfortable explaining those. So yeah, don't ignore the communication, teamwork, right? Have some examples ready where you have worked in a team. Like it's great that you can do a lot of stuff solo, but at the end of the day, everyone wants to work with someone who is easy to work with and it's good to work with, right? So make sure you have examples of previous projects. If you're a fresher, have some group projects that you did on your final year with other people. So make sure you say that, hey, yeah, I did this part of the project and my team member did this part. Maybe we had a little disagreement, and say that at the end of the day, even though there were disagreements, we were able to come to a common path and you were able to work together and follow that. Like make sure you explain to the interviewer that you don't let your ego come your way. So yeah, practice those interview questions. Those are the three big things I wanted to share. Hopefully this was helpful. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to my home base. Hopefully you folks like a little outdoorsy travel and a little bit of the visit to the Amazon headquarters. If you found this video helpful, just click that like button, smash the subscribe button, and yeah, all my courses are back on sale. If you like to learn Kubernetes, DevOps, infrastructure as code, system design from me, check those out. And all my courses come with 30-day money-back guarantee. So you start the course and you're like, okay, I'm not liking Raj's teaching style or something. That's okay, no questions asked. You get your money back. All right, folks, that's it for this one. I'll see you guys and girls in the next video. Bye.